This is breaking news.
Welcome to Illastr8 Radio.
Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James, bitch.
The one and only, the original.
Illastr8 Radio now.
I was born by the river. I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pistol. I was making that cat. Bring that ass here, boy. Turn it up. Fuck you, man. Bring that ass here, boy.
Hello, you guys, and welcome to Illastr8 Radio. Happy Wednesday in here, y'all. I am T. Gray. Of course, you already know we have a dynamic co-host in the building, Lucky in the building. What's up, Lucky?
What's up, babies? Hi, love.
Yeah, I already know who control the show. DJ Stiletto in the building. What's up?
Peace and blessings.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take that.
Namaste, right ass right here. Welcome you guys to Illastr8 Radio. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. You all already know if you come here every Wednesday like you're supposed to, we got to take care of that church business. So make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure that you're following us each and every place at Illastr8_radio. Make sure if you miss us here and you want to run this back, go ahead and hop on your Roku. Download that 7 On Demand app and catch us there every Wednesday at 8 as well. We have a great show for you guys tonight. The hot take is hot because we podcasters.
Yeah.
So later on, we're going to be talking about Joe Budden's view about that. You know, he says podcasters are failures, y'all. He said people just out here ain't winning. So we're going to get into that a little bit later in the second half of the show. We're also going to have our Spit That Issue, guys. So if you want to know what's going on in the entertainment world, make sure you keep up. But first, we're going to jump into our segments, and I will get it started tonight, you guys, with my Love and. I was expecting my intro music to be a little longer. Had to bring it. You don't know if it's holding the breath the whole time she was talking. Welcome. Y'all know my lung capacity is a little diminished these days. Welcome to my Love and. So today's Love and, I'm gonna try my best to make it as quick as I can for you guys. Is love and prioritization. And for those of you who have a hard time with that word, just understand I had a hard time getting it out just now too. But we really have to prioritize what's happening, what's going on, what we're dealing with in our lives. A lot of times you're going to have people around you who feel as if their goal, their dream, their whatever should be your priority. I want you all to take a second, take a breath with me, step back, look at the full picture, and say to yourself, hell no, hell no. If you do not make yourself a priority, then you're not winning. If you don't put the things in your life that are most important to you at the top of your list, then you're losing in some shape, form, or fashion. If your dream, your vision, your mission is not here, then you're lacking someplace. You can't spend your time building another person's vision. You can't spend your time building another person's dream. You can't spend your time prioritizing what's important to another person over what's going on in your life. And I know that sometimes we get caught up and we say, oh, well, this is important, that's important, and I got to do this, I got to do that. No, you don't. You have to stop. You have to take a breath. You have to step back. You have to look at what's happening in and around you. And you have to really take stock of what's legitimate for your growth and what's not. And the key word in that is your growth and not someone else's. So just if you're losing focus, or if you realize that your focus and your attention and your energy is more spent on helping to build as opposed to building you, then you're missing somewhere. Reciprocity is another word that falls under there. Maybe I'll save that for you all for next week. But as you chase your missions, you guys, your dreams, your visions, whatever it is you want to grow to, make you a priority. Make your goals a priority. Make you what you want count. Make it a priority. Don't get me wrong. Do we build as teams? Do we have people to help us? And do we help other people? Of course. However, you can never allow another person's dream to be bigger than yours, because you're missing it somewhere. So I just want you all to prioritize, and I want you to weed out what's not for you, what's not in you, and what's not helping to build your own success. So just for 2023 going forward, make you a priority. Okay?
That's a word.
That's a word right there. Make you a priority. And I feel that.
Yeah,
okay.
Because we should.
We should.
Good. Lucky, what we getting into now?
Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of talk about something similar, just pretty much getting through your shit, but I'm ready to do my luck. So it is just my luck that I had an amazing weekend. I call it amazing, not because that, a lot of great things happened, but I call it amazing because a lot of lessons were learned as well. And I realized that not every day is going to be good. So there are some days where everything is just so rainbows and sunshine and it's just so beautiful and so perfect. But there are also days where nothing goes as expected. And no matter what you do, you just can't seem to get through the day. Emails pile up. You have deadlines that come up. And you just can't seem to focus or lock into at work because I was extremely distracted. And there are moments where it's just some days you just may not want to get out of bed. And those days are okay, because what I call those days is uncomfortable days, right? Where you just feel like you're super anxious or you're super extremely exhausted. And those are days for you to recuperate. Those are days for you to actually say, you know what, I'm going to give myself a little bit of time, and I'm also going to give myself grace. And I know y'all hear me talk about this a lot, but I feel like it's very important, especially in today's climate when we see a lot of success all the time. And it's a lot being thrown at us constantly. And sometimes we look at that and we want to compare and contrast. And we also feel like it's just not enough time in the day, to the point where you're just like, you know what, I don't want to do shit. And that's okay, because our bodies also tell us, and our spirits also tell us when to kind of rest and to just allow yourself to be still in that moment. There's actually some things that I wanted to actually add and tell you there are things that you can do to kind of get yourself out of that. But most of the things that I do, I just allow myself to feel. I put on some music and I just try to write and journal as much as I possibly can. And that has become, like, writing has become sort of like my sanctuary in a sense. And I still feel like I'm working on my voice. So I'm on myself a lot. I'm probably one of my biggest critics and one of my biggest walls as well. And usually we are, but I'm here to tell you, like, get out of your own way. Pretty much get out of your own way and give yourself grace all the way through, and I have a problem with procrastination and prioritization. So when T was saying it, I was like, ooh, you hit a word. But when it comes to everybody else, I always say that I'm a great Indian, even though I have chief qualities myself. I'll tend to jump for others before I would jump for myself. And that is something that I actively work on constantly, because I know that even though it's a strength, it's also not a weakness. I wouldn't call it a weakness, but it's also something that can kind of like stop you from doing things that you're trying to accomplish. But prioritization is a very important thing, and just taking yourself and giving yourself one day at a time and opening up one bill at a time. As well. But that is it for just my luck.
All right. One bill at a time. First off, that needs to be on a t-shirt. So if you don't put it on a t-shirt, I swear this my next show, they gonna be for sale.
One bill at a time.
You understand me?
I'm okay with that.
You know what I'm saying? Because look, we got budgets and all of these stuff that you try and reach and accomplish. And I actually found money. So that was a good thing going through my bills and stuff like that. I found money that I didn't even know I had. That's the best kind of money. That'd be good. That was the bright side. I should have ended with that.
I'm in need of $20. I mean,
oh, don't worry, boo. It's gonna show up it's gonna show up in the gifts that I have present for you soon. Okay?
I'm saying I like cash too, though.
Oh, you okay? You know what? An envelope of cash sounds like the best gift to me. You know,
cash doll ain't the only cash doll around here, y'all.
Hey, I love that.
So, DJ Stiletto, do we have something motivational for Mimi this week?
Actually, I just want to piggyback and take bits and pieces from each of you all, because I think that now, of course, Happy Women's Month. I do think that right now we're all in a space where, because I can speak for myself personally, I was dealing with so much. I didn't give myself enough time to just really breathe and take care of me. And, you know, when you take care of yourself and you take that time out for yourself and not so much worried about everybody else or solving the problem for everybody else, you know, it takes a load off for you. Like, I feel like, you know, I'm a little bit more at ease and I can focus on the bigger picture and the bigger things in life. So I do definitely tap into both messages today, because I feel like that's really been what I've been trying to do the last couple of months. And now that I finally did it, like, I can just feel like certain things just kind of peeling off of me, and it's good, you know, and I'm in a really, really good, peaceful space and atmosphere. So
ain't nothing wrong with that. That's nice. That's a nice place to be in. We can all use a little peace, little space, little atmosphere in our lives. We all good.
Bad days give us something, you know, good to look forward to, actually, because you already know if it's a bad day, it can't get any worse. It can only get better. Okay, now.
Right.
Prophet P. Am I frozen?
There's a lot going on, like a lot of stuff that we need to get into.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot of stuff that we need to get into. And I look forward to actually all the things that we know. Hold up, wait.
It's two.
My bad, y'all.
It's fine. It's two.
Y'all need double trouble.
And I'm here.
I'm so sorry, you guys, because let me tell you something. Managing this on a cell phone has been like the bane of my existence on Wednesday. Okay. You guys, I have to get a new laptop. I thought I was gonna be able to get it fixed. They were like, nah, hope I knew. I said, okay.
And here I am.
No, trust me. I just found my charger cord after not having it for 3 weeks. And it was so annoying with the cell phone.
I'm trying to navigate what's in the chat and then try to be on this screen. So, okay, T Gray's having technical difficulties today. Bear with me, you guys. Okay, I promise it will get better.
We got your back.
Thank you so much. So it's time for us to jump into that spit that is. Okay, so there's a lot and not that much actually at the same time happening in the entertainment world. So we're going to jump right in. First thing first, Swavio Twain. And I hope I'm saying this correct. This is the son of D'Angelo and Angie Stone, you guys. He has the chuckle. The chuckle. The chuckle says speaks volumes, Stiletto.
Yo, and I'm laughing at Stiletto. It's like, nah.
I didn't expect that. I seen him when he was younger. So it's like, you know, I know they have a child, a grown man together, but
yeah, they got a grown man. He
was going to say he was like a black country singer or something.
He's He is very down the middle of his mother and father. Yes, he is.
Okay.
Very down the middle. So Swavio has come out with an album, you guys. His first single release from it, which has been received very positively, although I haven't heard it all, but it's been received very positively. Is a remake of his dad's song. Y'all know the song. Fuck. I can't curse, so y'all know the song.
Damn, mother.
However, he's received backlash, and they say it's coming from Black Twitter of all places. That Black Twitter is that shaming him as opposed to uplifting him for having a dope song. Again, I haven't heard it 100%, but instead of them lifting him up for having a great song, he's being fat shamed.
Well,
so
how does the song sound?
So I don't know if we have a snippet. Like I literally heard like a snippet earlier, and I was just like, okay.
We did have a snippet. I thought.
Let me ask the question.
I don't know if we can load it. Go ahead.
Who named him?
We gonna tackle that in a second. I don't know who named him. Let's see what it sounds like.
Hit the play.
Look how he look.
He looks very black.
I think he's kind of cute.
I feel like on the shit. Damn, any motherfucker lit. Yeah. I just feeling like shit. Damn, any motherfucker thick. Got the whole club singing now. Shit. Man, motherfucker up. Ain't that about a bitch? If you the shit, like on the shit. Then I know you don't give a damn. Too busy going in and them motherfuckers. Michael Mirror dealing with them blue faces all in them. Yeah, she want the pickle, so I made a song for real. Babe, you know that I'm a player. I can't speak on no specifics. Lot of water on me dripping like I came out to the Pacific. Yeah, I put that perky, now I'm rolling like a child. Yeah, she want the sausage, so I gave her Oscar mine. Send her to the street, I swear to God, I know she tired. Yeah, she more pass around than a fly. I feel like on the shit.
Okay, damn. We gonna cut that because it's past 30 seconds. We don't want to get no ding.
Yeah, cut it off. Cut.
Okay, so now that I've heard a little bit more of it, I'm not going to say, oh, it's awful or anything like that. I think I would have to listen to it a little bit more. It's probably one of them songs that grows on you, and then the next thing you know, you bop into it. However, Black Twitter, let me just address you. How dare you all fat shame this man for eating all them snacks his mom and daddy been feeding him? Okay, rich people eat well. How dare you? How dare you talk about this boy who looks like he really could have been Biggie's love child for real? How dare you? How dare you all talk about that and ain't nobody say nothing about him being called Swavio Twain? None of y'all decided to hop on this ass name he got. Nobody decided to talk about these orange twists he got coming. Nobody said nothing about how in that picture just now, you know, that was his best sexy face he had. Nobody. This is an adult. This ain't no child. Y'all only said he fat. Fat people don't care about being fat. They don't care. That doesn't even bother them. It doesn't bother them. They don't care. I'm chunky.
If they cared, right, they would do something.
Let me tell you something. You can call me chunky all day. It ain't gonna stop Cheek Grade from eating that nave rib. None of that. I don't care. But say something about these locks or my not locking or my lashes ain't whatever or my lips. Oh, I'm offended. Y'all ain't say nothing about nothing that matters. That matters to me, Black Twitter. Who named this boy?
That's what I look. Yo, I was like, that is not his real name.
No, it's not. It's his stage name, however.
But why would they let him do that? It's nothing Suavio about. Like, that's like Fabio and Suave in one.
What's his real name?
That's Suavio is Fabio and Suave in one. You are not giving Fabio no vibes. Like, what? And then the Twain is like Twain. I don't what was the point?
I guess it's supposed to be like Mark Twain. However, lyrically, you're not giving me Mark Twain.
You're not giving nothing.
You're not giving
that
me.
Song is some shit. That song was some motherfucking shit. That's what that
Dang.
song was. Like, I'm sorry, that song will not grow on me because, like, even one of the parts, it was like the beats like tripped up, like the beat doubled down, and then he was like off rhythm, and that's when I took my headphones off because I'm not supporting nonsense. This is nonsense.
He wasn't pronunciating the words, so there's a lot of stuff that he could have said that could have reached in or tapped into like really genius wordplay, and you didn't understand what he was saying because he couldn't catch his breath to.
Yeah, it sounded like he fat when he raps. You know, like it did. It sounded like he couldn't breathe. Like
That's
he was
for the record.
the verse.
I'm not gonna add on to any foolishness. They saw it for themselves and heard it for themselves, and everybody going to have
it was like.
So, Uptown King says he got his own look. As do we all. Uptown King, we all do.
But the name don't fit.
All do.
The name don't fit. You must have quit.
However, I don't really think he even has his own look. What's the rapper's name? I can't think of his name right now. That has the red twist, the red locks, the fingernail polish.
Lil Yachty.
So, and to be honest with you, he just looks like a heavy set Lil Yachty. So that, in my opinion, is not necessarily having your own look. You look like typical young under 30 black rapper. That's what you look like to me. You look like what all the rest of these niggas look like. It just so happens that you a big dude. But again, that's why I say Black Twitter, y'all let me down. For you all to go in on him for his size, I feel like y'all didn't put no thought process into it. There's so many other things to attack other than his size. Yeah, so Stiletto, as a DJ, is he going in the rotation?
No. Oh, sorry. No.
I'm glad that he chose, that song to remake, but then I'm glad he didn't go farther and try to do, the classics. Like, leave your daddy classics alone. Don't touch them. All right.
Yeah, I feel you on that. But here's my thing. If you're going to jump out there.
The question, is he going in rotation?
She said
no. I said no. No.
Here's the thing for me, though, and we'll move on after this. I'm sorry for spending so much time on this boy, but it is what it is. Here's the thing. To come out as a new artist, and yes, you have parents who were neo-soul era, king and queens of that era. To come out with your new album, I think doing a remake first was a mistake. Personally, I think that you need your audience to resonate with you and your sound and not just piggyback off of what your daddy did. And then it's not like your daddy was slum. Your daddy at the time was at the top of his class. Mm-hmm. And so if you're going to, you got to do it right. And I'm not saying he didn't do it wrong. Well, I'm just not saying he did it right. I'm just not. But, I feel like he could have went another way with it. Whether or not Black Twitter would have still attacked him, who knows? They know they've been feeding that baby cakes since he was born. They know that.
Baby cakes.
D'Angelo had put on weight. I don't even never seen Angie Stone small. So I don't know what the world was expecting. However, it's a better way.
That's why I'm like whole time, like Angie Stone is his mother.
So small.
Angie Stone, you can tell like they had split up at one point. Like because when I'm not trying to be funny. This is actually a statistical fact. When fathers are present in the home, the kids actively are present in the home. The kids don't always follow in the mother's trends when it's that set up. You see what I'm saying? Mommy was, she wasn't small.
Yeah, but D'Angelo started eating too, like a mug. He did.
Yeah, he did. I seen him. I seen them, girl. Yeah, he looked like he got fed too. Are they not still together, right?
They haven't been together since he was small. The boy was big. Yeah, but we're gonna move right along to other things.
That's a grown big man.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Chris Rock, you guys. While we're talking about thick stuff, Chris Rock is having a new Netflix special called Selective Outrage, where he will be addressing the infamous Oscar slap from Will Smith. This comes out March the 4th, you guys. So it's coming up this Saturday. Are we hopping on Netflix to listen to Chris Rock? One as fans, but are we hopping on there to hear about the Oscar slap?
No, we're past.
No, I think that's whack. That's super whack.
I think he purposely didn't talk about it because he was trying to seal a deal with Netflix, and now he's probably going to go on Netflix, talk about something that's already been buried, and it's just going to be like, I mean, the white people are going to eat it up, but we're going to be like, let it go. He just Will Smith just got the what's it called, the
Image Award
for emancipation. He's moved on. He did the red talk table. He cried. He moved on. We have moved on. I think Chris Rock was waiting for that check. I'm not mad at him, but I don't want to see it. And I don't think that he's initially funny. I hope he don't say some more stuff on there that's going to get him boxed up again.
So being in comedy, I understand how people build for their specials. And so a lot of people, even though they're saying that this is his first time talking about it, he really has been talking about it all over the country because he just came off tour. He was preparing for that special. Parts of the special as was filmed on this tour. So he has been talking about it. But to be honest with you, people were out here paying $400 or $500 for Chris Rock tickets after that Oscar slap. And was it a money grab? Of course. The people who I know who went to see his shows where he did talk about it, they weren't highly impressed. But for $400 or $500, I want to be highly impressed.
Absolutely.
Now to sit at home and watch you on my Netflix account, I might not need to be as impressed. I'm a Chris Rock fan, just in general. I've always been a fan of his. I've always enjoyed his specials, and I've always enjoyed just even his impromptu stuff where he just hop on stage. Like, I'm a fan, but I don't feel like the slap is that worthy of a topic. Like Stiletto said, it's old now. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, I don't think that it's so worthy of a topic still at this point that people are going to go in droves to watch the special. I don't think so. And I get it. I get what you say about the white people gonna eat it up. They are, because this is like for them, for the people who didn't pay that $400.
Like cool stuff for them. This
right?
Like cool.
That's how they was part of it. Oh my God, my heart stopped. I was about to die. Oh my God. I was backstage watching, and I can't believe it. I was so graphic.
And it looks so fake still to this day. To me, it looks
does.
So fake.
Everything that seems so scripted about it. I like Chris Rock too, but I think this is whack. This is super whack. And
I don't know.
That's why I don't have much to say about it.
I think I'm a old school like Chris Rock fan. I feel like the older I got, more of his jokes didn't hit like I guess how they would have like, when I was younger. So I don't know. Like, I mean, I have like my classic comedians that I just absolutely love that I can watch from like top to finish. Like Eddie Murphy, he's one of my absolute favorites. And just like when it just comes easy, I think sometimes Chris Rock forces it at times. And he's looking for that laugh, and it's like, all right, dude, that's corny. You know what I'm saying? So
I got a theory, y'all. Then it's gonna be an unpopular opinion. I don't care if y'all censor this, I'll cut it. I don't care. But I feel like every time somebody get their teeth fixed, they missing something. Like Chris Rock to me hasn't been the same level of funny since he got his teeth fixed.
No, you're right.
What?
No, you're right. No, like Fabulous. You're right though. I feel like when you got a chipped tooth because you got a chip on your shoulder, you just go a little harder. And the moment you get that chip off your shoulder, it goes to your head literally. Because Fabulous ain't been right since he got his teeth fixed.
Nobody. Once they get their teeth fixed, they just not the same.
Right. You're right.
And it's a long list of them, y'all. When the last time y'all heard Gucci Mane drop a banger? Before his teeth got fixed. When was the last time Chris Rock was really hitting y'all heads hard? Before his teeth got fixed. J. Cole had a whole song about it, y'all. Why? And it made me crazy. Eddie Murphy ain't never got that gap fixed. And guess what? He's still funny.
He's still funny.
He's still funny. To this day.
Every time you get the chip off, you miss something.
Hey, yo.
It goes with the money, y'all.
I know whoever's watching, any of our listeners, this is probably one of
Now that's some real shit. That's
funniest
some
shows.
real
Like,
shit.
this is hilarious to me. Like,
Like, stop getting y'all teeth. Just go ahead and be yourself. If you started out in this game with a gap, keep that gap. If you missing a tooth on the side like most black people is, goddamn, don't feel it. Run with it. Like, these veneers got people messed up. They got people messed up. I'm telling you.
Good
I'm telling
advice.
you.
That
The only
need to be
person
on a
that's
t-shirt.
keeping it together with their new teeth is some more. And I love her to death, but I'm scared. I love her to death, but I'm scared.
did you watch her new special on Netflix?
I haven't yet because I haven't had the time, but
I'm scared.
I want to watch it. I want to because I
want to watch
love
it too,
her.
but I'm
I want to
scared
be her
because I don't
when I
like
grow up.
gory and like all that. I don't like gory movies, like where it's like a lot of blood. Like the funny thing is, I love seeing blood, but I don't like gory movies.
What? The comedy
Are you
special.
talking about?
Are you talking about the comedy show? I thought you should talk about her show. I thought you talking about Monique's show.
No, oh no.
You
I'm
talking
scared
about
to
the
watch it.
reading.
I can't.
That's not what we're talking about.
Oh, I totally missed it. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
It's okay. I heard it was good though. Y'all, while
I heard it was
we're
good too, but I
there,
can't.
I
heard the
heard
reading is good.
every
and
review has been great.
when I get off of here, I'm gonna go and watch Illastr8 on Netflix because I heard that it has such a. It's either gonna hit or it's not gonna hit. It's either you're gonna get it or you're not gonna get it. So I need to get into that because I heard.
So what play were you talking about? I'm sorry. I mean, what?
You talking about some more? The comedian. She has a new.
Oh, she has a special.
She has a new Netflix special out.
And
Oh, I wanna
so
see
let
that.
me just say this, you guys. Just shout out to her being a black female doing it. Samore produced her own special. And I know a lot of people think that when you see somebody on Netflix, then Netflix is automatically putting the money behind it.
Oh, they don't. They do it
Samore
after the work is
paid
done.
for her own special from the top to the bottom. This is not the first one that she's paid for. However, this is the first one that she was able to get on Netflix. So just shout out to her for not only being a badass in comedy, but girl, for putting your money where your mouth is and producing your own thing and handling your own business and getting it done. Sometimes people think that, and I hate to, I'm gonna just for a second, because this is just where I am in my life at the moment. Sometimes people think that when you're doing comedy, that this stuff it just comes easily or it comes quickly.
No.
Yo, this is for her
Amazing.
25, 30 years in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And to still be at a point where you have to still grab these new heights and still make these new things happen. Like,
And
yo, this is a very evolving culture that we're in. And I don't know where it's going to be 20 and 30 years later for me. But however, this for me is like pure motivation. And I hope to be in that position. You know what I mean? I hope to be in that position. But this shit is not easy.
You producing shows now, baby.
I am, but hell, I ain't Netflix ready.
No,
coming.
baby, don't we speaking that to existence. Because if the opportunity presented itself, baby, you gonna be ready. Fuck you talking about?
It's coming.
I don't play. I don't play about my tea. I do not play when it. All right, my bad.
It's coming. Okay, we're gonna keep moving real quick and it's fit that is. So shout out to more Black Girl Magic. Zendaya, you guys, is making $1 million an episode out here. Yes, she is officially the highest paid Black female actor, making $1 million per episode for her role as Ruth Bennett on Euphoria. Do you all watch Euphoria?
I do. And I'm up to, first off, it took too long for them to come and create the next season. All right, we've been waiting. Okay, because now you got to go back and remember what the hell happened. 2, now she's also a producer of the show, and she plays the hell out of that part. If there was anybody that had to tap in deep in being like addicted to the drugs and all of that, she plays that part so well. For like, you know, that smoke, that you know, entertain like the drugs and stuff like that. I think that it's very important to put a show like this out here in this day and age for our teenagers to actually see it and tap into the many things that could happen when you get into certain situations, because it gets deep, like it gets deep. And I know some people are like, I was scared to watch it at first, and my son actually put me onto it. He was like, "No, mommy, like you would actually like get into this." And surprisingly, I was like really into it, like, oh my gosh, like this is really real. This is what they're dealing with in this day and age generation. Like this is real in high school. And it's crazy because it's high school, and it's like, damn, I would never did this in high school when I was in high school. But these are real situations. Like it's crazy. And she plays that part so well. Like it's scary how well she plays that part, for real. So I commend her. Pay her what she need. Keep it going. Just don't stay too long. Oh, again, okay, I don't got time.
So she's an amazing actress.
Yeah.
I will not take that away from her.
Yeah.
At all. Like I think that she's definitely getting her due, and to be so young and so mega talented. Like that
and
girl
I don't
is a
like
baby.
that. I think that people see her as a fashionista. If they watch, Euphoria, they think like highly of her. But I don't think that some people even look at how deep she had to go into this character and really become this person. Like the way how she studied this part and the way how she puts it on the screen is like it's like
magic. I gotta check it out based off your review alone.
No, it's very good, because I watch a lot of different shows and like different things, but this one is actually my favorite only because of how it taps into certain things that is just really so real in our generation. And these kids need to know that. Like it taught Malachi a lot of stuff, surprisingly. And I was just like, yeah, okay, so let me watch this show, because he was like, oh, you gotta do it. I was like, wait a minute, where you learn that from? It does. This is stuff that they do in school. Like, yeah, when the teachers are not around, like it's real.
Yeah.
So
does it ever make you scared as a parent to know that this is what's happening?
Terrified. But at the same time, yes and no, because I know where my son goes to school. I know most of his friends, or and I tap into that. I know what he would do and not do. I also think that has to do with being a parent and having a close connection with your child and knowing the level of, where their mental level is. Because I mean, sometimes parents don't take the time, like nowadays, especially like younger parents, they don't take the time to really know their kids that well. They don't know what their kid is into, how they into, what's going on, what they would try, all of that. And some of these kids, they feel neglected to the point where they feel like they got to do, the most just to get the attention, from their loved ones. So, I would just tell all parents to definitely tap in before even watching the show. Tap into, your connection with your child, so it wouldn't make you as scared. But it is scary to watch, certain kids and teenagers, young youth. They don't have the mentors in the back of it like we did. Like we had a lot of praying soldiers. Like my family, they didn't even play. Come on, because we're going to go ahead on the church, put her at the altar. We're going to go ahead and play the last order, get her together. Like, what I'm saying? They don't have those type of mentors and stuff in the schools nowadays. And they don't have the teachers that are really there to tap into and really get to know the kids, know who they have, and they don't have that. So I think we all grew up differently, of course, but yeah, this generation right now is scary. It's scary on where it's going. That's all I can say on that.
What do you think, Loki?
Hold on, wait. My eye, I got like a lash or something.
You want me to blow it?
Hold on, wait.
You might feel it from way over here.
Yeah, I think like just having children, kids in general, and them being in that kind of environment overall, you are like I definitely talk to my kids about everything. Like me and my 12-year-old son just had a conversation the other day, and say what you want, but I want to create that safe space for my kids to come and talk to me about anything, because the things that go on in these schools are crazy. The things that they can get away with are crazy. I can only imagine, because I went to Northwestern. We had a humongous school. There were so many little nooks and things that you could do, and they were doing them, drinking, smoking, like all that. But now it's like other heavier things, and you got you got kids carrying guns and gang members. It's real different. You know what I'm saying? So you have to just make sure you create a safe space for your kids to be willing to communicate with you. And
they're smoking and everything.
But if like talking to them about those things and actually giving them the full scope and not an emotional perspective and not what you want, like literally keep it a band with them, because those kinds of conversations are what saved me from doing certain things. Not the fluff conversations, not the when my father came to me and was like, look, your body parts getting bigger, XYZ. My friends might even try to holler at you. Don't come here with no babies, but I'm gonna tell you the real. You might all catch a disease. Be very mindful. I can't tell you not to do it. I can only advise the things that you should do to protect yourself. And also tell you that you're not coming in my house with no kids. Either I'm gonna kill you or the baby something gonna kill you. The disease gonna kill you or I'm gonna kill you. One of the two, and that wasn't really a safe conversation for me to feel safe and open up to it. But I want to create that same like perspective of just keeping it a band, because that's the honest conversation that a dad is having with his baby girl. You know what I'm saying? Like he started noticing, he was like, let me pull you up real quick. And it was just like that. It wasn't no preparation. I was not ready.
Let me holler at you real quick. Facts.
But it was the shock factor. And I just feel as though when you have kids, then now our children, they have so much tapped into so much different information at the fingertips. I'd rather you talk to me first. And I know that if I lie to you, you can just go research it yourself. So let me give you the full scope, the goods and the bads, and, allow you to make that decision for yourself. But I'm telling you, because we can't control them. We can only aid their judgment,
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. You guys being the senior parent, because I'm the old lady on here, and I have 2 adult children. I could tell you that those conversations are paramount. They're paramount. And I used to feel like I was too honest with my kids. I used to feel like I was telling them too much. But as time passes and you see the lessons that you've instilled, you see the things that they remember or whatever, it's like, oh, I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I was that open, that honest. Like, I really can't get with the parents who are like, don't do nothing because I never did. I wouldn't do this until I got married. Bitch, you lying. I seen you dancing on these tables for these dollars like 5 minutes ago.
How you talking like that? You got an OnlyFans. It be those parents for me too.
Like it's those parents for me who really, really miss the mark. And then when their kids are not what they deem as normal, whatever the word you want to use, they're in shock. Oh my God, why? Just because you've been lying to this child for 18, 19 years, and him or her had to get all the information from their friends who don't know shit neither.
They did it their way.
And now it's just a free for all. So I mean, I definitely I get it, and I get the message that is behind this show, and I can understand being freaked out by some of these things. I have 2 kids in college, and one of them, when I tell you that we talk and we share, we've been talking and sharing since elementary school. So I know what's happening with her and all her friends. When all her friends have sexual issues, they ask Miss Tiffany, what's what supposed to do about this, Miss Tiffany? Like, it's too much sometimes. But as a mom, I would rather you ask me than ask a stranger in the street. And if your parents not gonna talk to you, well, okay, you can call me, because I'm gonna tell you, and they understand that I'm gonna tell them the truth. And they understand I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I'm not gonna make it pretty. So it is a lot, even when it comes down to who's smoking, who ain't, who's drinking, and is it about to be a problem, and what's really happening about your self-esteem, and how do you view yourself as a man, how you view yourself as a woman, and what's your impact? Like, it's so many layers to this shit, you guys.
It is.
So
And then also
even
and also they trust you to also come to you with other things too, and then you instill those values in them as well. Because sometimes you can see something in a child that they also don't see in themselves, and just having that connection with any child, whether they're your biological or not, is a blessing. Okay, and those are the relationships that really need to be watered. When you see something in someone, let them know that.
Yeah.
Like, look, what you're thinking about right now is minuscule. This is where your head should really be, because this is what I see. You're an amazing being. You are special. You are loving. You are deserving. Instilling those kind of conversations in our children and making sure that they have the confidence level to know that you can choose what you want to accept. You can literally create your whole life. The time is now. Okay. You know,
that's crazy. I just had that conversation with my bonus son, and I call him my bonus son because he's been in my life since he was little, and that's my kid's big brother. And he's dealing with some stuff. He's a senior. He's dealing with some personal stuff, and he came to me and talked to me, and I just went to him with just a space of love. Like, it's hard right now, but it's not gonna be hard forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, we love you regardless. Like, you know, you gotta love on these kids. You gotta let them know that there's a purpose for them here in this life, and that, you know, there's still people around, even when they think they have nobody. There's people around that they're gonna forever have, and that's gonna always have their back. You know, right or wrong, we still gonna be solid. We gonna rock with you. So, yeah, shout out my bonus son. You know you know what it is. But yeah, that's big. That's huge, you know. So yeah.
Alrighty, you guys. So now that we got a little happy, we're gonna lighten it up just a little bit. Just a little bit around here, you guys. So we're gonna jump into our hot take now.
I feel like these sleeves make me a choir.
I told you he was giving. So tonight's hot take, and you guys forgive me because I have notes and I don't have it printed out verbatim what Joe Budden said. However, Joe Budden says that most podcasts are failures. Not only did he say that they're failures, he was happy about it. Again, I don't have his direct quote, but he found some sort of solace in the fact that the podcast pops up, he sees it, but it fails, and he felt good about that. I'm mixed.
We're talking about Joe Budden, though. We're talking about Joe Budden.
Again, why I'm mixed. This is why I'm mixed on this. I'm not mixed on it because I'm a podcaster. Let me say that. I'm mixed on it because, one, yes, it is Joe Budden. A lot of podcasts that are successful, or some of the most successful ones, the people who are on them were successful prior to them having a podcast. The people who are on them were successful at a level where they already have a certain following, they already have a certain level of access, they already have a certain level of money, whatever coming in the door. And so they're more apt to getting sponsorship. They're more apt to being on bigger networks. They're more apt to that. It is what it is. Drink Champs wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for Noriega. Joe Budden wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't Joe fucking Budden. And even though he's a dick, it's still Joe Budden. You know what I mean? So a lot of what he deems as successful podcasts are from people who had already reached a certain level of stardom prior to social media. You know what I mean? So, okay, of course, people are going to put more money into Joe Budden than they would Joe Blow on the street. You know what I'm saying? Of course. However, his true character as a man, to say that he finds some sort of joy or he likes it to see that people try and fail, I think that's some sucker ass shit. And I say that because, again, not because I'm a podcaster, but because I'm a human. I think that if your mindset is for everyone else to lose, and again, yes, you should be your priority. Not taking that away from nothing. But if your mindset is for everyone to lose, do you really win the race? Like if ain't the motherfucker right on your ass, if the person ain't right beside you, if it's not by a hair, by a nose, by a whatever that you won the race, did you even really run the race? Are you even really winning? If it's just you alone, are you even really winning? And so for me, I want to see other people win. I don't want to be the only person running. I'm gonna tell you why. The person that's beside me, or the person who might even be in front of me, they gonna make me run faster. In my race.
Amen.
They're gonna make me go harder than I could ever go.
Iron
and
sharpens iron.
And that's just the reality. I don't want to see you fail. I don't want to see you get here and you not make it. First off, it's enough money running around this motherfucker for everybody. Excuse my language, but it's enough money running for everybody. But I just think that to find any level of joy in watching other people fail is some punk stuff. I think you got more than enough behind you, Joe Budden. You got more than enough money in your pocket. Your show is growing. It's doing fantastic. People listen to you. Don't know why, but they're listening. So what do you gain by somebody else losing? Look at the level that you're at, sir. Now, granted, you ain't Joe Rogan. Okay. So you have a goal to chase. If Joe Rogan today, said, I don't want Joe Budden to have a show no more, you think they wouldn't cancel his black ass in the New York Minute? So for me, I feel like to not want somebody else to win is punk stuff.
It's crazy.
It doesn't make sense to me. $1 million worth of game is one of my favorite podcasts.
And then my crazy thing is you're in a position to build. Like, he is. I'm not sure if that was already said because I just came in.
No,
like,
but I was going to make that point.
Like you in a position to build people up and to actually like really, you could build a whole network of a team and actually increase your wealth. See, the thing is about numbers. The thing is about numbers and support and having a team. That is what solidifies you. That is what will put you on a whole different platform, because now you can create your whole network of podcasters or whomever. You can literally be the next Dash Radio, but you're so busy thinking small time. You're literally thinking on this little tiny platform when you could be really getting money and really have your whole. You could be but because you're thinking so small, that's why you're gonna stay on the podcast stream. You low budget motherfucker, bisexual, you annoying as fuck. Get on my nerve, Mr. I play the fence. I don't know what I like. You always playing the fence, always on the fence because you bent over, irritating.
Hold on, real quick. So that was. Let me get back real fast off of what she was saying. The positive part, y'all. So I was about to make a point about. No, it's okay. It's okay. Because somewhere we got into anal and Joe Budden.
We're gonna take this out.
Now I got a visual. I can't get that out my head.
It's one of the. Wow. Okay. All right then.
I was going to make a point about how building each other up and seeing each other win, and what that really does, as opposed to being deconstructive to our growth, especially our growth as Black people. Okay, $1 million worth of game.
That's my thing. Sure that's why I'm so mad.
A lot of people, you know what I mean, are familiar with that show, with that podcast. It's now on Barstool Media, so it has grown. It's, you know, they're making $1 million literally now. However, when the show started, they had another young lady on there with them. Don't call me Black girl. I'm sorry. Don't call me white girl. And I love her. And so when I didn't see her on $1 million worth of game, I felt some kind of way for us. I'm like, oh, what they do with her? She was dope. However, they piggybacked her into having her own shit. Now she's on Breakbeat Media. Breakbeat Media still falls under the Barstool family. Like, she's grown. And I think that if Joe Budden was the type of person to say, you know what, let me see someone else win too.
Yeah.
There's more, the money is there. You know what I mean? It's been there, and I
I
think
And let
have
me
that
something
just
on
let me
Joe
kind of dial
Budden.
back a little bit. It doesn't matter about his sexuality.
I
It's just
have
somebody
something on
who
Joe
is just
Budden.
unsure. Yeah, I have nothing against anybody in their sexuality and what you choose because I'm kind of low key pride by too. You know what I'm saying? So,
No, I no, I'm
so
talking
that has
about
nothing to do with it. I'm just
I'm talking
annoyed by
about
him. So I'm
his
just trying to
new
like just.
comments.
I didn't mean to say that. It's just he really pissed me off
You
because I
did,
expected
and
more
you
from him.
did. You meant to say it, and that's
Yeah,
all right. We received
you,
it.
it's
he
okay.
do play the fence a lot.
It,
But
it's
no, this is what
okay.
I'm saying. When y'all said Joe Budden, when I saw it in our notes, I thought that we were going to discuss his newest comments about Michael B. Jordan being corny for addressing L'Oreal on the red carpet. There's a snippet of what he said that I actually kind of agree with, honestly, and I never agree with Joe Budden, but I do feel like if it was, he said if it was a white person that he knew, would Michael B. Jordan have directed it or come at her the same way? Whole time it wasn't even L'Oreal who said it, was Dominique Diva, but we're not gonna go into that. But at the same time, for Michael B. Jordan to come off like that and so
Yeah, he's
aggressive
corny.
towards her, I felt the way. I was like, well, that does make you corny.
Yeah, that does
Y'all,
make you
So,
corny because you should have had that
I
same
don't
aggression for
agree.
everybody else who
well, why
curved
he didn't
you.
have that energy? Like, why he couldn't? Why he do it like? Why he do it like out in the open like that? Like, why he just can't say, oh, my old time friend,
He's
I heard you
serious
talking
too. He
about
wasn't even.
y'all.
It wasn't even.
He was dead serious, like, oh yeah, now look at me now, bitch, that kind of thing. And I just
So
didn't like how he came off.
listen. y'all just gonna have to be mad with me with this one.
No,
But
not mad. I
let
mean,
me tell
everybody.
y'all why I feel like there was no aggression, but it was just to the motherfucking point. First off,
Yeah, it
this
was no
happened while
aggression.
they
I
were
just
in
felt like it was to the point. Yeah.
this happened while they were in high school. Okay. Now L'Oreal she was on TMZ, did a whole interview, talked about it, whatever the case. And even she, this is something that was from high school.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you how my personal belief. I don't care how much money you make. It at the core, whoever you are at your core, it don't never change that.
That's who you are.
And I think that because again, this was high school, you guys. When I tell you that she mentioned it and that shit was a trigger for him, he probably low key remembered being whatever age he was, her saying it, how she said it. He might have liked light skinned girls at the time. Y'all see his type. He could have had a crush. She really for real could have crushed his whole heart. Like nobody knows whatever that was in high school.
Yeah.
And I ain't even gonna front. It's motherfuckers to this day. I wish they would see. I wish somebody would pull up to my show who didn't fuck with me or who treated me some kind of way in high school. You think I'm not gonna like? You think I'm not gonna light them up? I swear to God, I'm from head to toe. It's one nigga to this day. I wish he would walk into one of my shows. I wish. And that's from high school. Y'all, I'm 40. Okay. High school was more than 20 years ago. Do you know I still feel it? So when she even reminded him, oh, well, we go way back to he already knew who she was. Okay. Soon as she said, he was like, oh, yeah, I was corny. Like he remembered. She's like, oh, yes, she like if he could have said yes, the fuck
but
you
to me,
did,
my thing
he would have. He was mad. He was hurt. That was 20 years of hurt. That was 20 years of hurt.
But that's
He
what
been
built
hurt
him
since he
into
was a child.
And this is what I would have said. And this is what I say. I say kudos to all the people, all the dudes who played with me and wanted me to be the friend. You too cool. I appreciate all of that. Why? Because I look back at some of these girls y'all used to run through and they are ran through. I'm motivated. I'm so glad that you can't see my mileage on my body by looking at me. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, at the fact that she called him corny or whatever, it actually triggered you to be better, bruh. If you were still walking around like a fucking cornball. So at the end of the day, appreciate it, let it go, and move on. That was not the place, because at the end of the day, that's an opportunity for her. And now what you did intentionally, right? Intentionally, at the end of the day, intentionally, like you are, all right. If it's a woman, I understand, because emotionally we be triggered. Like emotionally stuff get to us, right? But we also gotta let shit go. Bruh, you are not a female. Like you could have pulled her up on Twitter and made it something. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case.
But
Men
pause,
get triggered. Men
He was
hurt.
triggered.
Men hurt the
I have
same
people
way.
that have made me cry.
Men hurt
Listen
the
to me
same
though.
way.
I've been bullied. I've been made fun of by family members and friends and people that almost my entire life. I made that shit cool. But if I did not, I would not be the person. If I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be the person that I am right now.
But we're looking at
Michael B. Jordan, you are like that now. You don't even gotta say that. Your presence alone
are the new women. Men
It doesn't matter. That's why I say.
You said what?
That's why I say. People think when you get to be a certain level that shit matters. It don't. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter how much money you got. It don't matter how much fame you have, because when something was traumatic to you. No, but no, not. I mean, money, fame. He was directing Creed 3. Like it's not. This was no small thing. This red carpet wasn't small. It wasn't like not Michael B. Jordan some slouch. Michael B. Jordan right now is still that nigga, even though
did all them
you know he's
interviews
still
and
that
saw
nigga.
her and went smack at her about something that happened years ago.
Because that's what I'm saying is it doesn't matter your status.
I get it.
If something fucked you up when you was young,
He was waiting for the opportunity.
Oh my God.
That girl, he was waiting for the opportunity.
You're right. Hold on, wait. Now I'm thinking about it.
That's
You know
why
what?
I
Hold on, wait.
say
There's something y'all that messed me up. I still ain't get a bite. You right. You right. It is some things that you right.
But that's why
I had to think about something. I had to like let me see if I can think of something.
I wouldn't want them in my tongue. Yeah, but that's why I say to this day, it's people from high school that I wish that they would walk into one of my comedies. Y'all buy the ticket so y'all can come, so I can light y'all up. Like that, like seriously. And it's not because I'm not grown. It's not because I don't have my own home. It's not because I haven't raised my children. It's not because T Gray running around broke. It's none of that. It's that I still remember that 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 14-year-old pain. I still remember that. And even if I don't think about it every day, when I see the person, it's like, it's not on purpose. Yeah. It's not on purpose. And I don't think no matter how much amount of fame or anything I had, that it would change me not wanting to conquer that. And that probably is what that was for him in that moment. He, in that moment, was like, fuck these cameras in this red carpet. Oh, remember you called me corny?
Yeah,
in high school. Like in high school, nigga, it wasn't like last week. This was before I was Michael B. Jordan. You was just clowning me.
PG shit, like
right. Like it was like that boy been carrying that for that long. Y'all, he gonna feel he felt better the next morning, I bet you. No matter how many people are talking about him. He don't care.
I want to know what he said to Lori Hall.
You want to hear a story, and y'all probably not gonna believe me. It's crazy with L'Oreal. I went to a juice bar. This had to be like 2016 or something like that, or 2017 in Brooklyn, and that's working at the joint for what's that? Juices for Life. That's what it's called.
Okay.
With the locks there. She was helping manage their play. And I told, she's talking to me, and I took a picture with her, and I still got her number in my phone. I said, you know what? Your voice needs to be on radio. I know nobody not going to believe me. I was like, DC, but you would fit so good in DC. Why? Because you're from New York. New York is already here, blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, 3 years later, she was in DC. I swear to you. It's crazy how you can literally speak things into existence. I know this is really random, but since we're talking about her, because I still got her number in my phone and it has not changed. Because I was just like, that's when I had the club. We had the club, and it was actually, we had the club at the time, and I was like, I'm gonna introduce you to Tony Reds and see if we can like do something. I never followed through with that, of course, obviously. But But the fact that she still came out here and that seed was planted in her ear, and I was just like, yo, you got a great radio voice. All that reality TV shit. But that's what's up. Shout out to L'Oreal doing red carpets. And the fact that she's going to be trending right now because Michael B just carried her, it's actually kind of an up for her too, though. This actually is flip for her because now people are probably going to fuck with her a little bit harder. Because if you said somebody was corny and then you do something corny, ding, ding, ding. I guess I was right. I don't care how good you look.
It came from whatchamacallit too, because when the L'Oreal started to get like all of that exposure about it, that's when Dominique the Diva came in. That's when she tapped in, was like, no, it was really me who said it, and I still think you corny and woo, 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 woo. So she tried to tap in and open that up for herself as well. Like, oh, let me get a piece of pie.
But I thought she said she was corny and from high school. I thought it was from high school.
Yeah, no, like, that happened in high school. Dominique the Diva probably
they heard the whole entire interview. I mean, they released the clip. And the interview was Dominique the Diva basically bringing it up that she thought Michael B. Jordan was corny. And L'Oreal piggybacking was like, he's not so much corny. He was just like off to the side, like kind of reserved. Like them basically just kind of talking about it. And L'Oreal explaining like who she knew in high school. Not so much calling him corny, but it was almost like she was agreeing but not agreeing because she knew him, as to Dominique the Diva saying, nah, that nigga corny. You know what I'm saying? So it really wasn't necessarily L'Oreal, but I can get where he probably thought maybe because they grew up, she was in a space where she could have defended him or changed that whole outlook, and she didn't. I don't know. But it was Dominique Diva that said it.
Either way.
Yeah.
And her. Either way, it don't matter. Yeah, cornball's a cornball, because look, if somebody call you that and you're not calling now.
Everybody called Russell Simmons, not Russell Wilson. Everybody called him corny. And Sierra living her best life. And don't everybody want to know her prayer? So what are we talking about? Like at the end of the day, a corny man is a corny man. That doesn't necessarily mean that he is not.
Yeah, what we talking about, and
I don't know.
Well, this has been a fun-filled episode of Illastr8. I've had fun. Y'all have fun.
One of my favorite episodes. Y'all are really like. Sorry to everybody. I was being good. I didn't say anything.
Listen, I will apologize for anything that I said. You
was good up until the Joe Budden outrage, and then you kind of went all the way down the hill with it.
I mean,
okay.
Listen, if I can't be honest here,
what can we do? We can't take it back. It's done now.
Can't be honest here. It's not my fault. It's really the producer's fault for putting Swavio Twain first in our stories.
It started like that. It went down. Swavio. Anyway.
Okay, it started with that because when the picture went up, Stiletto started laughing, and then we just ain't been right since. So really, Stiletto started.
I mean, I'll take that because who knows their child Swavio.
But I've had a good time with you ladies today. I've had a really good time. Yes. It's good to see y'all faces.
What you got going on? You got I know you got your show.
Of course, your girl got a show coming since I have my monthly show at the DC Comedy Loft. T. Graves presents Past the Mic. I got dates for the entire year, you guys. Yeah. March's book, April's book, June's book, July about to be book. Comedians, y'all better come on and finish out my year. It's gonna be fantastic. I can't even wait, really. It's only March, and I can't wait till December for my anniversary show, because that's just gonna be there. But anywho, if you want to pull up, you want to catch your girl in all her luxurious glory, because this shit I'm wearing is soft today. You want to catch me in my glory, catch these fantastic comedians that I have on Past the Mic, because I'm not going to be here Wednesday, March 15th, y'all. Sorry. I got a show. But Wednesday, March 15th.
No, I don't think we going to be here. I was just saying the same. I said March 15th. I said we not going to be here. You didn't hear me say that. That was the first thing I said. That's the first thing I said. We can do the show from T. Gray show.
Yeah.
We can do the show.
March 15th. We not going to. Are you listening? Yeah. be
The whole
here.
thing.
So,
But hey,
the whole
if you
thing.
pull up, okay, the tickets are $12. But if you pull up and say, I'm an Illustrate fan, I'll take some money off the tickets for y'all. Okay, anybody in the audience who's watching, who's
Ooh,
whatever. T Gray will be at the door, so I'm gonna be the muscle too. You pull up and you
collecting the
say,
yep,
I saw
collecting
y'all
the
on
coin.
Illustrate, your tickets will be half full. Only for people who watch Illustrate. So if you don't say I saw you on Illustrate, now full price, my nigga. But if you
So
say
you
it,
can't get the
tickets
half
will be half
off.
full. Wednesday, March 15th, show starts at 8, doors open at 7:30. The DC Comedy Loft downstairs. We're going to have a fantastic time, y'all. Don't even understand the comedians that's on this lineup. It's all fire from the beginning to the end. So if you didn't make it to the show in December, you missed out. But this one, it's gonna bring you right on back. The Naked Trumpeter is coming, and not to this show, but I haven't booked for 2 more shows, so y'all gonna get a little bit of sex and comedy throughout the year. It's gonna have a fun time, y'all.
Hold on. So that whole weekend is going to be festive because I am finally throwing my first
Doing your class.
Those on March 12th, which is Sunday. So my link is in my bio for the Eventbrite. Y'all can pay for y'all tickets. We're gonna have complimentary refreshments, and we're just gonna have a good fun time. Fitness and fun is what I call it. Fitness and fun. And I'm super excited.
Yeah.
People have been buying tickets, like people I don't even know, and I'm just excited that y'all are just trusting me. Like, let's just do this shit. Let's do it.
I'm excited for you,
I
Stiletto.
want
I'm super proud of you, Stiletto. I want to put on some heels and go bust my
I
ass.
feel good about it. I was really hesitant, and me coming back, with my music heavy. I put out a mix. I'm doing a lot of different gigs, private stuff. Like all my March is actually kind of booked, and that's amazing. Like a lot of stuff is kind of happening, even if it's behind closed doors, and I just rather it go that way, and I can just build how I need to build and come out with my business strong. Y'all know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
And look out for the new relaunch for House of Stiletto. My shoes is coming back and we coming heavy. And yeah, I'm not playing with nobody. Let's do it.
We're not playing no games. We on everybody's neck.
Let's do everything.
We on everybody's neck.
Forget about it.
Okay, well, I know it just leaves me, and I've still been writing, and I am actually going to sign. I was supposed to do a poetry tonight live, but I double booked, so I backed out of that. So my next one is also, I think it's March. It's March 10th. Yeah, I signed back up. You know what I'm saying?
No,
but I ain't telling nobody where it is just yet because this is my first one, and I'm nervous as hell, and I'm still developing my voice.
And we coming.
Let's go. So I'm practicing.
I want to come.
I'm in practice. Y'all gotta help me. I'm in practice. I'm working on it. But
you're
yeah,
not even shy
I'm here
for real. That's like
don't be shy in front of me.
Shy. You're shy with yourself, not even shy with other people. So I don't even know you're doing that.
I know.
She gonna be up there giggling.
I know.
That's so backwards. Like you can literally go somewhere and be very much personable and talk to anybody and be your exact self, and then you get shy from your own stuff. It's like
mm-hmm.
I want to sit here the poetry because
it's stressing me out here. Okay,
poetry might as well be added to one of my 2-3 of my shows. You might as well come on, pull up, open up shows. I mean, you might as well.
Oh wow!
Might as well. We can have the Naked Trumpeter blowing.
I'm gonna do it. Okay,
why you do it?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Come on. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Thank you. This is okay. All right. I'm gonna do it.
Girl, come out that show, girl. We don't got time. Come on out.
I'm gonna do it. Okay.
I'm excited for you.
I'm excited too. And
this is the year.
That shit probably gonna be real deep, real melodic. Probably gonna have motherfuckers leaving out there perplexed and profound at the same time. Like this magical bitch.
Wow.
Okay. My son Malachi, this is what he said. He said, "This, mommy, this is the year of motion." I said, "You know what?" And I've been using everything. My motion year. This is your motion year. Like, put everything into motion. Not thinking about it and just put it into motion. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Let it build.
Yeah.
And you might fail 1 or 2 times, but you're gonna keep pushing. You're gonna keep it moving.
Yes.
You're gonna succeed. Because I ain't never seen any of us succeed in anything. And I think a lot of us are always so hesitant. Like, is this gonna be? Stop talking, just do. I don't even care.
Mm-hmm.
If I have 1 or 2 people at my dance class, or if they my cousins, we gonna rock out and I'm gonna put out that content, and we're gonna keep it moving and push forward.
Okay.
It's gonna go from 2 to
you know what?
He gonna go from a little comedy down to the stadiums. Like, come on, where we at?
Yeah.
Of course. That's what I said. Into full production.
Yes,
I'm speaking that. Like, I know I see HBO special. I see my boo walk across the stage on the HBO special.
Yeah, and that's what I said. But even with T, even if she was just a host, I feel like just with the host, that would be so good. Just to kind of like give everybody else like their own little interest, and she could just do it. I can see all that.
Nah, you got a whole lane. Your whole production, you have a whole lane. So behind the scenes has always been the thing in your thing, and I'm so glad that now you're actually on the face. Like,
in front of the camera.
Yeah,
I like it. I like both of it though, y'all. I like both of it.
Well, you get a little bit of everything.
I like both of it. Yeah.
Okay, y'all.
We're gonna see y'all next week. Okay, so y'all already know where we at. Same place, same time. Illastr8 Radio right here on WEMS Radio. Catch us on Facebook. Catch us on Twitter. Catch us on Twitch. Catch us on YouTube. Catch us on Instagram at Illastr8_Radio. Make sure that you're on your Roku. Download your 7 on demand. Make sure if you missed anything here, because there was plenty of shit to run back to that. You run that back on Wednesdays.
Run it back.
8. Yes. Make sure that you're following each and every one of us individually. Okay. We always got shit going on. Lucky has Magical AF podcast, and she's going to be doing poetry. So y'all better hop on that shit on the regular. DJ Stiletto, stay booked, got the dance class coming, new shoes coming. You need a DJ. Hell, Lord, no, I do. She my DJ. Okay. I don't give a fuck about the rest of y'all.
Facts.
Follow her. Stiletto #1. You can catch me at T Grade Comedy. Don't miss that E in the name. It's on the screen right beneath me. You guys make sure you keep up. There's a show every 3rd Wednesday. DC Comedy Loft. 7 comedians. We're doing pass the mic, 1 hot mic to the next. Don't play the music on me like this is a daggone award ceremony. I thank y'all. Thank y'all first. Y'all be easy. We'll see y'all next week.
Wrap it up.
Bye.
Illastr8 Radio now.
I was born by the river. I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pussy.